Please don't wake me from this.
What's going on, legends? LGG Alden here. So I realize that it's been a little while since the last episode was uploaded. I apologize so much, guys. I've been so busy with a lot of different things, and as well as programming some different stuff, and I've been learning a lot of different things, and also a lot of that stuff can be used for here. So what I want to do for this episode, this is not technically episode 4, because I want to go off of the same series schedule that we planned in the beginning, but this will be kind of like an episode 3.5 in a way, I guess, as you could say. Now on, guys, I will do my best to get these up weekly. I can't promise that for sure. It depends on how busy I am and things like that. But I for sure will not make you guys wait more than 2 weeks for an episode. I'll try to get back into the usual every single Tuesday. So to start off what we're going to be doing, if you guys notice when we walk around, as you can see, we almost get stuck a little bit inside of these. These tiles are a little weird. Now, and the collision, as you guys can see, it's off. It's, we're not actually right up on it. We're kind of next to it, and, we can kind of get stuck sometimes on the walls, which that's not what we want. We don't want to have, like that weird collision. We want it to be smooth. We want it to work as good as possible. So we're going to be working on a little bit of a fix to that, sort of like one of the best ways that you can probably go about this. There's probably other ways that can get really complicated, but we're going to go very simple and one that's very understandable. So the first thing we're going to want to do, guys, is you're going to want to change the player. Now, this has a lot to do with that collision and the fact that the sprite is constantly changing and is a circle. It doesn't have a set point for how we're going to make it do pixel perfect collision. So we're going to change it to a square. Eventually, we can change it to a circle and get more complex with it. But for now, we're going to keep it a lot more simple, and we're going to make the sprite a square. So before it was a circle, and now it's just a square, the full 32, still at the center point of 16 and 16. It works fine. You don't have to change anything. All I did was just make the thing a square. Now, the next thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to go into the movement WASD class. Now, I already have this typed up, but I'm going to show you guys how you do it and how it works. So the new part that we have is this else if for each of them. Now, before, what it would do is it would take the key input of W, and it would check if the place is free with the X, and then for the instance moving up, it would move the Y scale minus, so that would make it go upwards, and it would check if you minus the speed from Y, can that be free? And if it's free, there's no solids in the way, it would move that direction. So now the problem with that is, say the speed is 5. Now when it gets close to a wall and there's only 4 pixels, that is bigger, or that's less than 5, so it can't move, or else it would be stuck into the wall. So what we had to do is we had to find some sort of a way so that it moves and it goes straight to that point where the wall is and then stops. Now how we're doing that is this else if statement. So the else if, the only reason that you still have the press W is because you don't want it to just be default. If you're not pressing W, this is what happens. So if you're also pressing W, but that speed check didn't work, what it's going to do is the exact same check as the other one except 1. It's going to move by 1 pixel instead of the speed. So as you can see, if it works, then it will do the same but move 1 pixel. Now we have that for all 4 of them, as you can see. So if you're typing this, make sure that you copy it the same way, where it's Y plus for down, where it's X minus for left, and X plus for right. Once you have all that, you should have perfect collision. But making sure you get this correct is how you do it right. Last thing you're going to want to do, guys, before we can actually test it, is go into the player's step event. Now in there, you still have the WASD movement, but you have an image angle. Now the image angle, we don't want this because we don't want it to be constantly rotating. That is another reason that it would break, because it doesn't have a solid point to keep checking, only because where it should be checking is constantly changing and rotating and things like that. So all you have to do is just get rid of that line of code and you're good. So now you can run the game, and as you see, it works perfect. Now, depending on how big the gap is, obviously that changes, but when you go near it, as you can see, it just slows right into it, and you don't notice the speed change too much. It might be a little bit if you really look at it, depending on how it moves. You might see it slow down and move 1 pixel at a time, but usually the gaps are very small, depending on the speed, of course. but they're small enough where you don't notice it. But as you can see, that is pixel perfect, so that no matter what, it goes directly right up next to there, what side, no matter what tile and all that. And the tiles could be changed different sizes. It doesn't matter. It will find the perfect pixel point and it will move directly to it. So I believe that's it. That's all we're going to do in this sort of mini in-between episode. A lot of it is just informational, just to let you guys know what's going on. And, you know, for me to apologize for not making many episodes recently, but I'm going to do my best to get right back into the schedule. I believe we'll have another one going up very soon of actual episode 4, only because this one doesn't really count too much as an episode. It's just sort of a little in between, and I just wanted to show you guys how to get that pixel perfect collision. So hopefully you guys did enjoy, and most likely Tuesday, maybe even sooner, I will get episode 4 up, guys, and we'll continue right back on track with that series schedule. So if you guys did enjoy this, if this helped you, leave a like. Comment anything that went wrong. If something doesn't work, any errors, comment it below. I'll do my best to help you. Also, any ideas you have for the series, comment them. I'll read them. If they're good, we will add a way into them. So thanks, guys, so much. Remember to be a legend, and I will see you guys next time. Obviously, we have the entire world to look around. Now, what we need to do first is obviously